Hello friends! Welcome back to another vlog. I'm so excited that you guys are here. So this week we are practicing some very much needed self-control when it comes to books. As you can tell from the title of this video, we are doing another reading/book vlog, but with a very strong focus. And I want to emphasize that we are not going to make a trip to the bookstore this week. It almost felt like a sin saying that because I don't think that I've ever made a reading vlog where I don't make a trip to the bookstore at some point, or at least 2 trips to the bookstore. I just have way too many books on my TBR list right now, a lot that I've bought, and I seem to be getting through quite a bit of them, but I seem to want to just justify the fact that just because I'm finishing books, I am making room for me to buy more books. So I'm really trying my hardest this week to not go to the bookstore and not buy any new books, at least for a while, not necessarily just this week, but just creating kind of that new habit. I feel like I need to mention that in this video because I want to be held accountable for that. I have a really bad habit of just not being able to have any self-control when it comes to books. I really want to practice more self-control in that area. So what better way to keep myself accountable in this video? You guys are also gonna hold me to that. I'm gonna try so hard. So I'm basically treating my personal bookshelf as a trip to the bookstore. Every time I look at my bookshelf, there are so many books that I just haven't read yet that I am just waiting to pick up. And honestly, my TBR list seems to be never ending at this point. But yes, we are treating our personal bookshelf as if it was a bookstore. We are going to pick books from that selection. We're going to get through them and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But I wanted to share with you guys 2 books. It might be more by the time this vlog finishes, but 2 books for sure that I want to finish within the time that I'm filming this vlog. So I already started this one. I think I mentioned it a few vlogs ago. I might have put a small clip of me purchasing it at the bookstore, but this is actually the last book that I purchased at the bookstore before I told myself enough. But it is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I heard so many amazing things about this book. So many people had recommended it to me. I did finish reading my first Taylor Jenkins Reid book, Forever Interrupted, and I loved that book so much, and it honestly just drew me in. So I was just like, okay, I am convinced I need to pick up all of her books. So that's what we ended up doing. We ended up getting another Taylor Jenkins Reid book, and this one is honestly going to be such a fast read. I already started it and I don't have too much left in it, to be honest. So I definitely know that I'm going to finish it in this vlog. I'm already pretty invested in it and I am almost about halfway done with it. That is one of them. And then the second one I mentioned a few vlogs ago, but I hadn't started it yet. So we're gonna start this book. It is Worry by Alexandra Tanner. I have been hearing so many things about this one. Sort of mixed reviews, to be honest. I'm kind of nervous about it because it took me a while to locate this book. I think I mentioned that in one of my last vlogs, how difficult it was for me to come across this. And then when I finally did, I got so excited, but now I'm just hearing mixed reviews about it. So I'm hoping that I really like it, or at least that it's a 4-star read for me. I don't know. I also just really love the cover so much. I just think it's so nice, and not that the cover has anything to do with how good the book is going to be, but you just hope for that, you know what I mean? But we're gonna hope for the best with this one. I remember paying a pretty penny for this. I think it was like $30. So it would be a really big shame if I spent that money and I didn't end up liking it. So I am very hopeful about this one. Hopefully we end up enjoying it. But that is the focus on this week's vlog. I really just want to practice some self-control when it comes to books and not buying any more until I get through at least a lot of the books that I have on my shelf currently. I just feel like that's a really good thing to practice too. As much of a book nerd as I am, I also need to remember that your girl's got bills to pay. Unfortunately, we just cannot put all that money into books. We're gonna try, and that's the important thing, is that we are taking the initiative. I never actually put a stop to me buying books before. I've never told myself that I wasn't going to do it. So I feel like by me talking it into existence, it'll happen for me. But yes, these are the ones that we are going to tackle in this vlog and hopefully finish. For sure, I'll be finishing this one in this vlog, but we are going to try to get through both of these while I film this. But yes, I just wanted to spend a few minutes right now. I'm just kind of having a laid back day today, so I just kind of want to spend a little bit of time on my bed just reading a bit. I think I'm going to try and get through a lot more of this book. I feel pretty confident that I could probably finish this either by the end of today or tomorrow. So yeah, this vlog is just going to be a very cozy, at home, learning how to have some self-control type of vlog, but I just felt like this was very in tune with like where I'm at this week. I just really have been spending a lot of time at home. I've been really enjoying just our new apartment, our new space. I just want to spend some time at home, just being a little lazy potato and just sitting on my bed with a good book. And yeah, those are the vibes this week. I don't know. I'm gonna make a pour over really quick and then we'll get all settled into our cozy vibes and read a little bit. So it's been several days later. I had such a chill time at home. I've just been reading a lot. I ended up getting through Malibu Rising and it was so good. I think I gave it a 4-star. I'm just so glad that I finally picked it up. I feel like from this point on, I'm just gonna get so excited to read Taylor Jenkins Reid books because so far this has been 2 that I've dived into of hers and I just ended up loving them so much. So definitely recommend. I started off with Forever Interrupted and that was amazing. And then I just got through reading Malibu Rising, which was also so good. So I wanted to share with you guys really quickly a few books that I just got in the mail. I'm not sure if I've mentioned in other vlogs before, I might not have, but I am an affiliate with Simon & Schuster / Scribner. I've been working with them for the last year now, which is such an exciting thing to me. Honestly, this is probably the partnership that I am most excited about out of any brand that I've ever gotten to work with. And for that reason being, if you're new to my channel, my favorite author is Stephen King, and he has been since I was a little girl, to be honest. What I was doing reading Stephen King books as a little child, I don't know, but I fell in love with them honestly in the very beginning of my reading journey when I was a little girl, and there was just something about his stories and the way that he writes that just captivate me so much. So I could honestly go on and on about Stephen King, but I'm not going to bore you to death. So Scribner / Simon & Schuster are Stephen King's publishers, and I just get so excited every single time that I get a book from them in the mail because it's honestly one of those pinch me moments. It makes me feel so incredibly honored to be able to partner with his publisher. So I don't know, guys, it's just honestly such a wholesome thing for me. So basically they send me an email every month and I'm able to make a selection on their recommendations list. I choose the ones that seem the most interesting to me and they send them my way for me to read. And I feel like this has been honestly the biggest haul that they've sent me so far. So these are the books for May and June, and I was able to pick 2 extra books in the last 2 months. I was so incredibly grateful that I've been able to work with them for the last year. I'm so honored and so appreciative. So yes, Thank you so much to Scribner and Simon & Schuster for sending these my way. I am so thrilled beyond belief, but I am honestly so excited to dive into some of these. I read the synopsis for them and some of them are new releases and I'm just so excited to be able to dive into them. But I wanted to go through the list really quick and share them with you guys in case you want to check them out for yourself. But the first one is this one. It's called Pink Slime, and this is by 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈. This book honestly is so pretty. I love the color and the cover for this so much. This is one of the books that I'm most excited about in this pile. This book is supposed to take place in the middle of a plague and kind of surviving in the middle of the world deteriorating. This also doesn't seem like that much of a lengthy read at all, so I feel like these types of books I end up finishing in like 2 to 3 days if I'm just like really invested into it. So I'm really hoping this will be a book that I love. But yes, this is Pink Slime. And then the next one on the list is another one that I'm so excited about reading. This one's called Midnight at the Bright Ideas Bookstore by Matthew Sullivan. It looks like this. There is a trigger warning in this. It says it in the synopsis, but just going into it, just know that it deals with a suicide inside of a bookstore, and I believe it's supposed to be kind of like a whodunit type of book. So this one seemed really interesting to me, and I believe that I got both of these at the same time. These are part of the same email, and I was just so excited when I read the synopsis for both of these. So these are honestly at the top of my list to read. I am so stoked about them. Okay, so we're just gonna zoom through these books because I feel like I'm talking your ear off. But the next one is A Little Hope by Ethan Juella, and this is what it looks like. I know that this book deals with cancer, so again, trigger warning in case there are topics here that I'm listing that are a little bit of a sensitive subject, so just be aware going into that. But yeah, this is called A Little Hope, in case you guys want to check that out. So this is the next one. It's called All the Light We Cannot See. I remember coming across this book on Netflix or Hulu. I can't remember, but I guess it's a show now. I haven't seen it. It seems like it's going to be such a heartbreaking story. So this book takes place in Paris, where the Nazis has kind of taken over, and there's a father and daughter that are trying to flee from the situation that is happening. So it's going to be a very dark story. Just know that going into it if you guys check it out. It's supposed to be very heartbreaking, very suspenseful, but this one's a little bit more of a lengthy read. Another one that I'm so stoked to start reading is 5-Star Stranger by Kat Tang. This is what it looks like. What a fun cover. This one caught my attention when I read the synopsis. He basically gets hired to play these roles in people's lives, and I believe that he forms an attachment as he's basically being hired to play the role of this little girl's father. I want to say that he ends up playing that role for quite some time, and he establishes like such a bond with this child, and there's somebody that threatens to kind of break that bond apart and expose him. So that's what I'm gathering from the synopsis, and it just sounds like such an amazing read. This is definitely going to be a quicker read. It's not a thick book at all. And then last but not least is Fire and Bones. This is what this one looks like. This is one of the extra ones that they sent me, so I haven't had time to really look into the synopsis of this one, but I'm really excited about all these selections. But yes, I've made a mess, but these are all the books that they sent my way. If you know me at all, you know I just go through so many books, so honestly to me this is nothing, and I will get through them pretty quickly. I'm really excited to read a lot of these and basically make more reading vlogs because we have to get through these. So we're gonna have to make another reading vlog to just kind of go through some of these and talk about some reviews, talk about how I'm feeling about them. So yeah, I'm really excited to dive into these and just kind of share my thoughts with you guys, because it's just, I don't know, it's exciting. As I mentioned in the beginning of this vlog, we are not buying any new books, so technically this doesn't count because these were kindly gifted to me. I just feel like the universe was like, oh, okay, she's really committing to this no buying books thing, so we're gonna send her a few little gifts in the mail. And you guys, I'm so happy. We're definitely going to be adding these to our bookshelf and honestly just taking from there. I really want to do so well with this new goal of mine and not buying any more books. Honestly, so grateful that I get to save money, but still, my reading continues. I've also just added this one to my currently reading list. I just finished Malibu Rising, like I said, but I decided to go ahead and just start this one. This is Hellbent. This is part 2 to the 9th house, and I love that one so much, but I just couldn't hold off on it any longer. She is a thick read, you guys, but I started this a few days ago, and I've already read about like 20 chapters in it, not gonna lie. So this is what we're currently reading along with Worry. I'm almost done with this one, and I have some thoughts, you guys. I'm not loving it, and I really hate to say that because she's so cute, to be honest, but yeah, we're not loving it and we're almost done with it. So I can tell that it's just not gonna let up from how I'm feeling right now. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you guys my current reads. So right now I think I'm just gonna spend a few minutes sitting down for a while and just try to finish this book. I'm so bummed about it. I'm not loving it. Every part of me is just like, no, just finish it. You never know, it could just pick up. But I honestly don't have that much left, to be honest, and I just don't see my thoughts on it changing. So yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like I appreciate the rawness that this book has to offer, but I just feel like it just falls so flat, and I don't know. So far, it's just not a great one for me. I think I'm just gonna spend a few minutes reading. I might even finish it, to be honest. I really don't have that much left. So I think I'm just gonna spend a few minutes just relaxing, and I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. I'm so excited about all the progress we made with reading the last couple weeks. I am so thrilled that we stuck to our goal of not buying any new books and just taking from my personal bookshelf. I definitely want to keep this goal going as long as I possibly can. No promises though, but we're gonna try. I ended up finishing off another book. This one was the book club selection that I had recently, so I'm so thrilled about it. But I'm so excited that you guys are here. Thank you so much as always for clicking on this video and for continuing to support my channel. It really means so much. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!